I be the asshole if I broke up with my boyfriend when this year marks the 10th anniversary of the death of his wife?
Like, maybe wait a month?
Yeah, right?
Give it
Or,
some
like,
time.
do it a month early.
Yeah, you know when it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Plan accordingly.
The death date does not change.
No. There's too much to say, but I'll try to make it short. In short...
Oh, my seriousness just went out the window of that.
Okay. In short, I, 34 female, have been dating Leon, 42 male, for 2 years. My uncle became friends with Leon when they started working together, and he started coming to my family gatherings and birthdays. Leon is a great guy, and we got along instantly. My family always talked to me about Leon, saying he's a great guy. One day, Leon asked me to go on a date, and I said yes. Then we started dating. Leon has 2 children, 14 male and 12 male, and his wife died in an accident 9 years ago. Here comes the problem. Leon always talks about his wife. I know it sounds ugly to complain about it, but I don't say it with jealousy. I mean it uncomfortably. He mentions her in intimate moments of our time, such as when we finish having intimacy.
Sorry.
Or when we're having a date. Sometimes he just starts telling me random anecdotes about his wife, and I just stay there, feeling like if I'm sleeping with a married man and I'm the side piece. I don't ask for much, just to have a date where it's just me and him. A date where I don't feel like someone's lover with a man who talks about things like we like. He goes to the psychologist, so according to him, he's working better on his grief, but I doubt it very much. I'm not the first girlfriend he had after his wife passed away. He still has contact with his wife's family, which is obvious. They're the grandparents of his children. And I've met them in person only one time because all they did was tell me how much Leon and his wife loved each other, and they treat me really bad. I remember that they put a video with photos of Leon and his wife when they married while I was like this because they didn't even give me a chair to sit in.
Oh my God.
I think in their minds it's cute to see my boyfriend with his wife. I don't know. It's not cute. It's weird. He always says in front of me that she was the love of his life. I find it cute, but when I think about the future, I'm just like, do I really want to get old with a man who is making it clear that he will never love me? Is that the kind of love I want? I want to be the only one for my future husband. One time I took him to my favorite place and he just said, "It's beautiful." I wish wife's name was here so I could show her this. You two would have been good friends. It's like being a third wheel in my own relationship. I can tell a lot of situations like these. A lot. We talked about this. Most of the times he just says that he does it without thinking, and then he seems to forget about it and goes back to his usual behavior, and I'm tired. The one time I talked about this with my family, I was only told that a real woman wouldn't be jealous of a dead woman. I'm not jealous, I'm just uncomfortable. And I would be happy to be with a man who has loved another woman like that and expect him to love me almost the same. That I shouldn't expect him to love me in the same way, since all love is different, and that I should just be empathetic and supportive of him. I listened to them, but nothing got better. I've been feeling so much pressure to go through with this that I can't take it anymore. Anyways, I stopped listening to my family and finally talked with a friend who's a psychologist and told me that his behavior is not healthy for anyone and I should rethink this for myself. She texted, "Good for him for loving his wife so much, but you don't deserve to be used as an emotional support doll." And she's right. I have decided to cut off my relationship, but this year marks 10 years since the death of his wife. Not only his family, even my family is helping them to host a reunion in honor of her with the things that she likes. I think it's a nice thing to do, but I'm totally ready to end the relationship, but I'm afraid I'm the bad guy in the story. The 10th anniversary is in July. I want to end the relationship now, but I fear that I would be a piece of shit if I do that in this year when he's so vulnerable and even my family is pushing me to act like I was his wife's best friend. He even says that his wife and I would be good friends if we had met. Why would you want your wife to be best friends with the woman you're sleeping with right now? It's too weird. I think I'm insane because everyone around me sees it as something cute. That's it. Would I be the asshole if I broke with him now?
No. I think, okay, if you're worried about appearances from other people, which it sounds like you are, you need to break up with him for a different reason.
Yeah.
Something completely
You guys just aren't
make up anything else. You're not compatible. Like, you met someone, like, literally anything other than, like, he's not done talking about his dead wife, because it seems like everyone else around you is fine with that, and you're still worried about what they're going to think about it, which is fair. I feel like that's very normal. So, yeah, break up with him for any other reason. A month before, a month after.
Yeah. I'm going to say something kind of controversial.
Yeah.
Okay, I have two feelings on this, right? Okay, I have a feeling from, like, a normal human being standpoint, somebody who has gone to a lot of therapy. I'm like, this man needs a lot of therapy. He needs to go to therapy, because if he wants to move on with his life and actually have a successful relationship with a partner, he doesn't need to forget his wife. No. Obviously, never forget, like, who you loved, but you have to open yourself up to loving another person as much as your wife.
Right.
Like, you have to forgive yourself, if you will, for allowing that kind of love to enter your life again. And it's okay to honor your wife in your late wife in different ways. Like, on the anniversary of her death, if you guys do something together. Or if, like, I don't know, it randomly pops in your head from, like, time to time in a moment that is, you know, like, respectful.
Right. Like, not after you've had sex.
Yeah. If I'm with somebody and after we just have sex and they're like, oh, I miss my wife.
Yeah. It's like,
whoa. Oh my God. I mean,
Isabel loved that move. I'm glad you like it too. Like, that's what it.
Yeah.
No matter what you say, that's how it's going to come across.
Yeah. And it's like
when you're closing your eyes, are you thinking of me or are you thinking of her?
Exactly. And it becomes a thing where it feels like you're competing with a ghost. And that is, like, that's even worse. And I can see how OP is like, that makes me uncomfortable. I'm not jealous because there's nothing to be jealous of.
Right.
Like, this person is gone. They're never coming back. So I have no physical thing to be jealous of. But I feel uncomfortable because I'm competing with a ghost that I shouldn't have to compete with. Like, you can always find respectful ways to honor your late wife, because that love is never going to go away, and that's understandable.
Yep.
And on OP's, like, side of things, if you're going to be with a widow or a widower, you have to be okay with that.
Right.
You have to go into this relationship knowing that they had this big love that they shared, and they have kids together, and this woman was taken from him.
Right. They didn't break up.
No.
She was taken.
Yeah. And you have to be okay with that.
Yeah.
And it sounds like OP, it would be okay with that if it wasn't being brought up constantly.
Yeah.
Now, on the other side of that, me as a Leo, how many times can we bring up us being a Leo in an episode? 1, being a Leo. 2, being a little crazy. I want my husband to be that obsessed with me.
Yeah.
If I died, I want him to
I don't
constantly
want you to
bring me up. Like,
yeah.
I want every single thing that you do, I want you to see me in it.
Yeah.
Which is what it sounds like he's doing.
Right.
Which is like, I'm like,
romantic.
yeah, I love that. Yearn. But don't put somebody else through that. That's the only, that's the thing where I draw it.
Yearn for me, but don't be someone else's, like, villain origin story.
Yeah, exactly. If you're gonna keep pining for me, which I love, don't get in a relationship with somebody else.
Right.
Like, do what you need to do to get your jimmies, but, like,
be very clear on what it is.
Yeah, don't
hands for a reason.
Make another woman feel like they have to compete with me. Like, I'm not there anymore.
Right.
Like, no woman should have to compete for my spot if my spot's gone.
Yep.
You know, like, I'll always be in the cabinet, you know? I'm a trophy on the shelf.
Yeah.
But if I'm gone, you can pick me up and dust me off every now and then, you know, like, make sure I'm in good condition, I'm being taken care of. You're still honoring my statue.
Right.
But you have something else to focus on. Mm-hmm. So. And
if you can't do that, let her go.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just not fair.
Yeah.
So we do have an update.
Let's go.
Okay. Update. I had to edit some personal data I wrote without realizing. A few people who lived the same situation messaged me, and that really helped me feel understood. I finally talked with all my friends about everything he did. I always avoided doing that because I knew they were going to tell me that I should leave him, but I just ended up being trapped by everyone else's words. We didn't love each other, and that's obvious, even if he says he doesn't think so. Yes, I actually posted to get approval. I don't know how bad that is, but I needed to know that I was doing things right and that I'm not crazy before I said the truth to my friends. The next day, I finally talked to Leon. I really needed to break up at that point. He came to see me at my house, and I told him that we needed to talk. I went straight to the point, saying I want to end the relationship, and he instantly asked me what he did wrong. We literally had this talk before, and he does know what things make me uncomfortable. I was tired, so I just proceeded to list everything that he did. How he never defended me from his ex-in-laws, how he never made an effort to stop naming his wife all the time, even though I told him 1,000 times that it made me uncomfortable, how he makes me feel like I'm a third wheel in our own relationship, how all of our dates end up talking about his wife, how he can't have an us moment, etc., etc. He apologized, saying the same as always, that he didn't realize it when he does that. But we've had this discussion before many times, and this time I told him I just want to break up. I also told him that I don't think his therapist is helping, but Leon said that he is helping him and he feels mentally well. Leon told me that we should start going together because his therapist has said it can be hard for a woman to be with a widower. Jealousy is a normal thing in this case, and that really triggered me. I've let both his family and my family make me believe that I'm just crazy jealous. I've even let blogs about widower couples fill my head with things like, you just have to be empathetic, don't expect him to love you that fast that he loved her. He's always going to love his first wife more, so just expect to get used to it and be a good woman. He will love both of you at the same time, etc. I've let myself be trampled on just because everyone told me that getting over a loss is difficult and I have to be empathetic and think about the other. I'm so damn tired of it. I'm tired of being empathetic. I've been dragging this thought out for months, and in that moment, I just burst. We yelled at each other. We said a lot of things to each other, but at the end of it all, he went on with his mentality that I'm wrong and I'm just jealous. He said that I clearly don't feel ready to date a widower, and I ended up being just like his ex. I told him that he's a fucking hypocrite, that he filled his mouth talking shit about his ex-girlfriend. Once Leon told me that he called his ex by his wife's name on mistake, but now I'm sure that he treated her just like he treats me. He probably took a submissive woman to fill the void and took us as sex dolls. None of that echoed in his mind because he left my house saying I'm jealous of a ghost and I disappointed him. I'm fed up. I'm so angry as I write this. As soon as he left my house, I sent another message to my mom saying that I'm not going to live the same life as my sister-in-law, living in the shadow of a woman who's no longer in this world. I don't want to live thinking that I just need to be a good person for someone else and not for myself. They should have empathy for me and not for a man who's not even for their family. I told her that I'm tired of being pressured and I don't care if I die single. I'm sure they don't care about how I feel. In the end, they will keep saying that I have a cold heart, like always, but I do not care about that anymore. My friends are staying at my house to keep me company, and I can finally get all the accumulated shit out of my brain with them. I don't feel good about being second, and I know I'll always be second in this kind of case. I don't want to replace the place of the first wife, and I know that even if I wanted to, I never will. I know a lot of people feel good with that kind of relationship. I know that many people like to live the mentality of, I can change him or her, but not me. Life is too short to continue living this shit and waiting for the day that he'll move on. Maybe I'm really cold-hearted, but I'm surely not that empathetic for this. I want to be greedy for once in my life and be the only one in the life of a man. If his wife were alive, he could clearly never choose me. He wouldn't even look at me. I don't like that kind of love, and I had a really hard time accepting that. Maybe another woman will help change him, but I don't. I don't have the patience for that, and I finally decided to choose myself. I feel like I'm young, and I can wait for a man to have me as the first choice in their heart. I hope Leon can overcome his traumas and be happy, but not with me. Someone messaged me that I don't deserve his love, but what love are you talking about? I'm just a sex doll at this point. For now, he's not going to change and doesn't want to change, and that's not my business. I'm not a bedroom therapist anymore. I'd rather be single forever than falling again in that. I want to start more therapy and Pilates.
Oh, yeah?
I'm obviously still affected by all of this, and nothing has changed. Nothing would change that fast, but I'm happy that I'm free now. For now, I just want to vent, so sorry if everything sounds aggressive.
I think that people sometimes just aren't compatible with how they want to date each other.
Yeah.
And that should be okay. Like, you shouldn't have to give unending sympathy to someone.
Yeah.
Because maybe you're just not that compatible to be. You're not the person for them.
Exactly.
And that's okay. They're
and that's
clearly
obvious.
not the person for you.
And everyone deserves their, like, special person. And like we've said before, there is someone out there for everyone. And maybe that was his wife.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that, like, that was his person. He's never going to find another person like that.
Yeah.
He just has to find somebody that's okay with that.
Maybe he should be looking at other widowers.
Yeah, honestly. And I think that's, like, a great thing. Like, widowers and widows, like, they really empathize with each other because they know that they're not...
you get it.
Yeah, they're not each other's first love. But, yeah, having to get over that hump of thinking, okay, if this person was still alive, would they choose me or them?
Yeah.
Like, that's really hard. And there's a movie about that. I don't know if you've seen... I think we talked about it, but it... oh my God, who are the actors in it? I can't remember.
Not P.S. I Love You, because that was my first thought.
No, but there's a new movie coming out. I think it's called, like, Eternity. I think.
Where, she, like, has a first and a second husband and she has to go choose which one.
Yeah, her first husband died.
Yeah.
And then she got remarried, and she goes up to the afterlife, and she has to, like, decide which one she wants to be with.
Yeah.
And that's a hard thought and a hard pill to swallow. Coming in as somebody, like, who, you know, was with somebody else for so long.
Yeah.
It is one thing that I also, like, thought of while I was reading it. It has been 10 years of his wife dying.
Yeah.
So it's not like it just happened a year or two ago. Like, it's been 10 years. Like, his kids are teenagers, you know, like they probably didn't really know their mom all that well.
Yeah, they're probably pretty young.
And he's had time to acclimate to his wife not being around, you know? Mm-hmm. And it's... I mean, again, I would love for somebody to pine for me this bad. But at the same time, it's not healthy for him to still be so into this idea of, like, having his wife around for everything. Because OP's right. It does very much come off as, like, I'm just a sex doll. Like, all he wants to do is have sex with me and pretend that it's his wife.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Every time we go out and do anything, he just wants to think about his wife. He just wants to pretend his wife is there. Mm-hmm. I'm just a body.
Right. And they're like, they keep talking about, like, he hasn't changed yet. He hasn't changed. It's like, I don't think he's going to change.
Yeah.
I don't think that's an option because he hasn't done it.
In 10 years.
And this, like, comment is like, you're not the asshole. Every year will be the anniversary of his wife's death. So, and that's
Yeah, there's no...
It might not be, like, the 10-year anniversary, but every year is the anniversary, so you're going to be dealing with that for the rest of your life. So I do think it is better that you broke up.
Yeah, especially because you're going to wait around for another year, like, unhappy, knowing that at some point you're going to break up with him. Like, that sounds miserable.
Yeah.
To just pretend to be. Also, red flag number 200... she said that he came over to her house, but they've been together for 2 years. Yeah. I'm like, you guys don't live I mean, I guess some people really enjoy that. Yeah. But for me, I'm like, y'all haven't even talked about moving in together after 2 years?
Yeah. Where would they all live? His wife's ghost is there.
Yeah, she's taken up a lot of... I bet all of her clothes are still in his closet and in the dresser. And, like, her favorite coffee mug is, like, still out, ready to be used. Which, again... so sweet. Also not very healthy, you know? Like,
yeah, this comment says, my late husband's anniversary is going to be the 7th this year. I mention him every so often to my boyfriend, and he asks follow-up questions, but I never mention my husband after intimacy.
Yeah, I feel like that's a huge...
Yeah, they say it's always when we're driving past a place with a special memory or a restaurant we used to enjoy while we're watching TV, and I point out an actor that he liked after sex has never crossed my mind, and that is out of bounds.
Yeah, I feel, that literally goes into the territory of you saying to their face, like, hey, I'm not thinking about you.
At all.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
I am only thinking about my wife. I know we just had sex, but I did not see you. I saw her. What is it? My girl's in the next room.
Yeah, literally.
I think it was the best for OP to break up. It does suck that you had to do that. And it sucks that your family's not on your side on it, which is also wild to me because it's not like, I'm like, did you go to your mom and say, hey, he talks about his dead wife after we have sex?
Yeah, did you say exactly that? Because they did say in their post that they were kind of like not telling their friends everything. Yeah. And if you're not telling your friends everything, I will guarantee that you're not telling your family actually how bad it is.
And I feel like that would be a big thing to tell tell your side of the story, because when you are just like, oh, he brings her up all the time, people are like, well, yeah, she died, and you're like, no, you don't get it. He was just inside of me, and then he's like, she really liked that. Yeah. Did you like that, Cindy?
It's like, Isabel, I wonder what she's up to. Like,
did she feel that up there? Mm-hmm. Do you think she felt? Do you think she was watching?
For you, baby. Yeah.
Is she like watching over? Yeah.
She's like whispering in his ear. She's like, it's like Ghost.
Yeah. Exactly. If you enjoyed that little story, be sure to watch the full episode here.
And make sure you like, subscribe, and all that jazzy.
Jazzy? I see what you did there. Wait, what was that?